Wellness Wednesday is a health program on COPUSA Radio. I will be the host. My name is Mrs. Margaret Ofori. I am also a licensed health minister. The goal of this program is to educate, inspire, and encourage healthy eating for a vibrant life. I will be doing practical teachings and demonstration on how to cook healthy food every week. I invite you to tune in to COPUSA Radio on Facebook every Wednesday, 5 to 6 EST time. Additionally, I am the author of the book, When Food Becomes Poison, my own personal journey to weight loss and wellness. If you want to order a copy of the book, see the email down below. Also, if you have any testimonies on how this program has been a blessing to you, send your information or your story to this email down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for special videos on Maggie's Wellness Corner. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and your life will never be the same. God bless you. Wellness Wednesday is a health program on COPUSA Radio. I will be the host. My name is Mrs. Margaret Ofori. I am also a licensed health minister. The goal of this program is to educate, inspire, and encourage healthy eating for a vibrant life. I will be doing practical teachings and demonstration on how to cook healthy food every week. I invite you to tune in to COPUSA Radio on Facebook every Wednesday, 5 to 6 EST time. Additionally, I am the author of the book, When Food Becomes Poison, my own personal journey to weight loss and wellness. If you want to order a copy of the book, see the email down below. Also, if you have any testimonies on how this program has been a blessing to you, send your information or your story to this email down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for special videos on Maggie's Wellness Corner. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and your life will never be the same. God bless you. Your mic. Thank you very much one more time. We are all blessed. Thank you very much for coming, our audience on Facebook and YouTube. God bless you richly. Just like we always meet here on Wednesday. Our goal is to encourage healthy eating, healthy cooking, and lifestyle changes for a vibrant life. Today, you are so blessed to be here, and I know you are going to enjoy this program. So I just want you to sit, relax, invite a friend to be part of what is going on today, and you will be really blessed. Thank you one more time. To everybody who comes on, both far and near, we appreciate your presence. Thank you. God bless you. Today, we have a special guest with us. And so we are going to introduce her, and we are going to enjoy her today. So pay attention, relax, and be part of this special program for the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our guest speaker is on, and we want to welcome her. Thank you very much, Mrs. Adomako, for coming, making yourself available. Thank you. This is Wellness Wednesday. And the goal of this program, we always talk about healthy eating, cooking, and lifestyle changes for a vibrant life. Today, the audience are happy to see you. And so we want to know more about you and what you do. So you are welcome. You are welcome. Welcome, welcome again, Yamawakwa Papa, to this program. And so, without wasting time, we want to zoom to the program. Now, we want to know more about you. So, tell us your name, tell us something about your family, what you do, your passion, your career, what you do. We want to hear from you. So, the ball is in your court now.
Okay, my name is Salome Adomako. As you see,
Mhm.
I'm a nurse by profession,
Okay.
married with 3 kids, college, 9-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
Okay.
I'm also a leader in the church
Good.
in Hartford, Connecticut. And as I said, I'm an RN, but then I also do wellness on the side, health
Good.
coaching, so that to mostly focus on women, because I know once women are healthy, the whole family is healthy.
God bless you. That is what is so profound. Once
Yeah,
the woman is healthy, the
the
whole house
whole
is healthy.
family. That's
God
right.
bless
Because
you.
we are the heart of the home.
We are
We
indeed
feed
we are.
everyone.
God
So
bless you.
whatever we learn, especially translates to the kids, and then it goes to the rest of the family, and everybody feels it. So
Good.
that is where my passion is. So I started a YouTube channel in 2020. We're talking
Wow.
about simple ways that you could eat healthy.
Mhm.
Mostly some of the Ghanaian foods, incorporating some more vegetables and stuff in their lifestyle changes that we could embrace from time to time. So
Okay.
that is my passion.
Wow. That is so excellent. You started in 2022, 2020. So
Yes.
that's quite a good time now. So I
Yeah.
know you are really advanced in nutrition and other things. And so today I know we are going to enjoy you special. God bless you for making yourself available. I know you are very busy as a mother, as a worker, as a church leader. Oh, you are so busy. But thank you for making time for us on this program today and being with us. Thank you, Mama, our mother. Thank you. So, what was your motivation? We want you to tell the audience what was your motivation that led you to develop a healthy lifestyle personally.
Okay. So for me, it happened in 2007 when I
Okay.
lost my mom in Ghana to complications of diabetes and high blood pressure.
Wow.
So that is where the whole healthness started. And I was saying that, oh, women die very young, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
So thinking about that, and we talked about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward, I was just done with nursing school when it happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I went back home, buried her, came back, and things went along. Then
Mm-hmm.
fast forward 2015, in
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut where we live, among the Ghanaian community, at
Mm-hmm.
least 2 women. One was a Church of Pentecost member.
Okay.
Another one in the community died of breast cancer.
Oh
The
my
church
goodness.
member died of colon cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Another one had, you hear in the community had disease, breast cancer here. So I was like, oh, mom died early. And I was thinking women die young. She was in her 50s. But these
Oh,
women I'm talking about were in their 40s. So
wow.
the last one that really moved me happened in 2019 at the beginning of the year. A
Mhm.
40, was it 41 or 47-year-old? She
Wow.
died, and all these women were dying, leaving younger kids. But the
Hmm.
last one that got me to work, she died, I think 41 or 47. It's been a while, so I don't remember exactly. But she left a 11-year-old girl
Hmm.
behind. So that
Hmm.
was when I was like, this is enough. So when I
Hmm.
went to church, I was saying that, oh, these women are dying, something needs to be done. And
Mhm.
everybody's like, well, look into it. So
Mhm.
one time I was at work, and
Mhm.
when you something on your mind and you're really looking for answers, things pop up.
Chill.
So looking on my phone, I
Mhm.
saw Dr. Stephen Gundry
Okay.
talking about his plant paradox book and the
Mhm.
effect of lactans on the body and all
Mhm.
that. That was very intriguing because
Hmm.
as a nurse at that time, I did not know any of the things that he was talking about.
Wow. As a nurse who has been to
A nurse
school.
who have been to school, because Mrs. Ofori, you will not believe that in nursing school, they don't focus on nutrition. No,
Wow.
it's not one of the areas of focus. The program that I went through, at least, there was like, nutrition will come in, like it will tell you, like if somebody have kidney disease, they shouldn't eat
Mhm.
this. If somebody,
Wow.
somebody have liver, they shouldn't eat that. but
Okay.
not specifically something designed. Like, let's say we had a whole course on nutrition.
Yeah, going into details to know the root cause and
Yes.
all those things to teach
No,
people.
that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So the book was very intriguing, and at that time I was 30 pounds overweight. I was
Wow.
diagnosed, my blood pressure was high. My doctor already gave me the prescription to go for the medicine.
That time you were so ignorant.
That's it. So I was like, I told him I'm not going to take it. He said, "Oh, Salome, take it when it comes down, then you stop." I said, "No, nobody takes blood pressure medicine, stop."
Wow.
So, with all that happening in the community and my own personal health, I needed to do something. So when I saw this from Dr. Stephen Gundry, I just got the book on Amazon, read it, and I started implementing what he said in the book.
Yeah.
And I started March 2019. Within 6 months, I lost 30 pounds.
My goodness. Wow.
The blood pressure was resolved. Even things that I did not think was an issue, constipation issue, my skin. At that time, during winter time, anytime I go to work and come back and take off my clothes, I'll be scratching all over my leg. Like,
wow.
All of them stopped.
And did you know that the body was full of toxin? You didn't even know. You had no
I
clue.
have no idea. And I'm a nurse. So I was like, okay. That was my first time of doing any diet. And after diet, you hear that people do it and they go back and gain the weight.
Yes.
So I wanted to wait. So I waited for another 6 months. But the weight did not come back.
Wow.
Even though I did not follow it very strictly.
Okay.
I ate like, sometimes, when you go to programs,
you cheat. You cheat. Sometimes you are just cheating.
That's it. You let go and you eat whatever everybody's eating because, and people were like, Salome, why are you losing weight? You don't need to. Our community, we love the chubby. So people see me and say, why do you need to lose weight? Because of my height, you wouldn't think I'm overweight.
Okay.
But I had my issues. So then after a year, when the weight did not come back, I was like, people need to hear this. So I just took YouTube in March 2020. That was just exactly 1 year after doing this. My son, the older one, he lost about 10 pounds without doing the diet. All that I did in the home was take away juice for the kids. And that alone, I lost weight. Change the chicken that I was buying. Instead of buying, the regular puff chickens, I switched to organic kind. Those little changes in the house, all the kids were in shape.
Okay.
So that was it. And that is where Ezra Wellness came from. And, it's based on the book of Ezra.
Okay.
Ezra chapter 7, verse 10.
Okay.
The word of God says, as for Ezra, he devoted himself to study the word. He will apply it before he teaches.
Application.
So for me, anything that I'm talking to people on Ezra Wellness, I first try it. Just to see how it works. Then I come and share my experience, let people know that give it a try. Everybody is different, but I know when it comes to food, body understands food. Everybody's body understands food. So that is where everything started. And since 2019, we've been doing this. Okay. My husband also came off his blood pressure medications. It's been like a beautiful journey over here. Wow. And we're loving it.
Wow, that is so exciting to hear. So right now, the whole family has been impacted. Yes. Because of what you started, which is so amazing and so beautiful. Sorry to hear about the death of your mom. I think she shouldn't have died earlier.
Oh,
had she known all these things, or had you even known and maybe educated her, maybe she would have not died earlier. That's it. I think this is a very good thing we are doing, and we are educating others for them to understand the concept of eating healthy and changing some things in our lives. And I'm so thrilled when he told me you just started taking away soda from the house.
Yeah. That's all. Juice.
No juice from the house.
I don't buy it. When they go to church and they get it, they drink it. When we go to program, they will drink it. Okay. But I don't buy soda at home.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So that is so interesting and that is so amazing. And I thank all parents and all our viewers today. The goal is not about yourself only, but it's for the whole family. Just like you rightly said, when women are well, it affects the whole family. God richly bless you. And also thinking about your community, the people around,
Yes.
seeing what was going on. You really had compassion for them. And so you began to do your research and try something so that you also be a blessing. Thank you for being a blessing to your community. And I believe a lot of people have really learned so much from you.
Yes.
And
there's been a lot of testimonies of there when you go on my website, and people that have come off their medication. Wow. One lady that I work with, she was scheduled to get her knee replaced. They wouldn't do it because her A1C was like 12 point something.
Oh my
goodness. We started now. She doesn't even need the knee replacement anymore.
She has lost the weight.
She's lost the weight. The pain is gone. Now all she's doing is, like she said, the knee buckles a little bit. So she's just on some supplement just to help her along. But she said, Auntie, the pain is like almost 90%. She doesn't feel anything. And this was woman when we spoke. She couldn't even go down the stairs. She have to sit down.
Wow. It's a miracle. You see, changing your diet, eating well, and doing the right thing. I think it's a miracle. We cannot afford to lose this. And it's so easy and it's so simple. God bless you. I'm so proud of you. So that is so. Thank you very much. And to our nurses, on our viewers who are nurses, I think you have to really work hard also to help your patients around you. I believe that everybody can be a marketplace preacher or even helper. Wherever you are, you have to do something for the people around them, because God can use you to change lives. Thank you very much. So how long ago was that? How long ago did you, so you've been eating healthy for how long?
So 2019. So this past March was exactly 4 years, March 18.
Oh, yes. Good. And do you eat African? Do you eat African food?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the beauty about the Plant Paradox diet.
Okay.
Because with Gandry, he recommends you eating, because most of our foods are resistant starches.
Okay, resistant.
Talk about our cassava, our plantains. They're all good. Our the cocoyams, the yams, gari, even gari, because it comes from cassava. And then what we don't recommend so much is the rice. And I know that is what we eat the most.
White rice or white rice.
Brown rice. You know, the rice, it depends on your body and what's going on. Yeah. I don't recommend rice because I see a lot of people can't handle the grain.
Okay.
So most people do gain weight on it.
Okay.
Especially women above 40s. Okay. You know, it becomes a challenge. So I would say stay away from the rice and try the other kind. There are other grains like millet, sorghum that you could also bring on board. Okay. If you're a rice person, you could always try it with cauliflower rice. Okay. Do half and half. Okay. So that it's not extremely, you know, the way that we heap our rice. We all know it.
Yes, big bowl of rice with just some little veggies on the topping, and then say we are eating. Thank you.
That's it. So definitely rice. I don't normally recommend rice, but what I say is that we eat these foods, but here we recommend that you eat them like once a day.
Okay.
So let's say during the day, you will eat carbohydrate, any of these resistant starches that I've mentioned, but once. Okay. So you would choose what time of the day you want to eat it.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter the time of the day you eat it. It doesn't really matter. Or what do you think?
Is there what I say is we don't eat at night.
Time to eat your resistant starch or what?
Most of the time, if it's ideal, you want to eat it in the afternoon.
Good. Okay.
Where you have more time to digest
the food. Good.
That's it. So let's say you're going to work. I would say take it with you and eat it for lunch. Okay. Then when you come home, you eat something lighter for dinner. You don't want to eat your fufu at 6 p.m. and go to bed.
And I think that is what is killing most of us, right?
That is what is killing most people. I had no eating after that challenge, and a lot of people it was great success. People who have heartburn was the #1 resolution.
Wow.
No eating after that was not eating, even it was after 7 p.m. Nobody should eat after 7 until the next day. Okay. And people, especially heartburn, was one of the issues that resolved. People that had trouble sleeping at night, they realized that it improved. Because you see, people eat and they go to sleep. You're thinking that you're sleeping, but your body is working.
Yeah.
Digesting that food. So you wake up, you're so tired because all your energy was used in
You
digestion.
digest the food.
Whilst you're sleeping. So you don't think you put your stomach to work and you go to sleep. No, everybody is not sleeping.
Okay. Wow. 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 So amazing to hear this. So what do you recommend for people to eat after 7, especially when they are so hungry, and they want to eat something? Because some people will tell you, I can't sleep when I'm hungry. I need something. So what do you recommend for the people who cannot sleep after 7, who really need something to eat? What would you recommend?
Most of the time, I would say some nuts will be good.
Okay.
You know, a little bit of a nut. And sometimes you feel so hungry, but most of the time, I would say when people are hungry, it's thirst. They are thirsty than they are hungry. Because if you don't drink a lot of water,
okay,
you know, so the body sometimes will perceive thirst too as hunger.
okay.
So first of all, I say if you're hungry, drink water first, especially when you're eating.
Okay.
Yeah, you drink water 1st and then if it's still not going away, nuts is always good.
Okay.
Avocados are good in the evening because you know it's loaded with protein and fiber.
Yeah.
So those are go-tos.
Okay.
And then maybe a little bit of tea if you're able to handle decaffeinated tea, because it's not just plain water. It tends to fill people up.
And the tea, do we add sugar and milk or what?
No sugar.
Yeah, that's why I want you to take your time and explain, because some of us will think, okay, we can take the tea, so let me just get my sugar with my ideal milk or whatever and make it like what, porridge.
We're talking about tea, and I'm talking about tea, plain tea.
Okay.
If you want to just squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in there, just to give it a little flavor. If you really cannot handle it, maybe a little bit teaspoon of honey or something.
Okay.
And make sure it's raw honey, because you know there's a lot of honey in the market. Because as for sugar, we could talk about sugar all day.
All day.
Oh, I'm telling you.
So are you trying to tell the audience they should cut off from sugar or what?
Yes. Because you see, as our foods I already talked about, the resistant starches, they all tend to sugar in the body.
They tend to sugar. Good.
So we don't really want to add added sugar on top of it.
Yes.
That is why I did not say yogurt. So I know a lot of people will go for yogurt when they want something to eat.
Okay. All right. That sounds very good. So right now we know we're not supposed to eat after 7, which I know a lot of people may struggle a little bit. I know after a while you get used to. The body gets used to, right?
Oh yeah, because in the beginning, when you are trying to not eat after 7, you see that what happened is you're so hungry. But then once you continue not to eat, your body gets used to it.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much. So now, Kani, what is the most challenging part of healthy eating? If you want to eat healthy, what is the most challenging part when it comes to eating healthy? From your own personal experience.
I will say that if you want to eat healthy, you have to always plan ahead.
Planning. Good.
See? And then once you plan, that is the main challenge, that people refuse to plan.
Okay.
And prep.
Okay.
So for me, like if all the time I make sure like you have something simple in the freezer, like you make your almond breads, you could always cut them and freeze it. It could stay in the freezer all the way to about 3 months.
Okay.
So you want to always have something on hand.
Okay.
Avocados are always something that you also need to have at home.
At home.
Because if you have these foods available, then when you are hungry, you're not grabbing for something, you know, that you don't have to eat. So the planning is the most important thing. If you don't plan, it always becomes a challenge.
It becomes a challenge. And so once you're hungry, you're tempted to grab anything.
Anything and everything.
And there is a saying that a hungry man is what? An angry man.
That's it.
So once you're hungry, so once you're angry, you just want to grab anything, eat, and then just feel better.
That's it.
Planning is so important. Wow. Planning is so important. So we want to tell us, what is your typical food for the day, maybe breakfast, lunch, evening? What is your typical diet?
So for me, it depends. let's say most of the sometimes I will incorporate some intermittent fasting because we know that sometimes you want to give the gut a break.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be eating all the time. So if a typical day, if I have to eat, like throughout the day, sometime I could have an omelet, cauliflower omelet with some avocados.
Okay.
And maybe let's say some extra veggies for breakfast.
For breakfast. Okay.
And if a day like that, if you eat around 10,
okay,
sometimes you might not be even hungry around lunchtime.
Okay.
So then around dinner, like if it's the weekend, most of the time I could eat fufu with my soup.
Okay.
Or most of the time I will love konkonte with some
Okay.
okra sauce.
Okay.
That also I eat. I also if it's a typical day, let's say I want to eat 3 meals a day.
Okay.
In the morning I could do a smoothie.
3 meals.
With maybe an egg. At lunchtime, if I have some lentils, I could do some lentils with a little bit gari.
Okay.
With some avocado.
Oh, wow.
On it.
Okay.
And then, or if let's say you have the black eyed peas and stuff and you love it, you could. I love beans. Some people cannot handle it, but it's the way that you cook it.
Okay.
So I will finish about this and I will talk about how to cook it. So then I will eat that and avocado for lunch. And then for dinner, maybe I'll eat some salad with chicken or an egg. Yes. So let's say I'm eating 3 meals a day. That would be typically how I eat. The days that I have omelet for breakfast, most of the time it's kind of a little of a brunch around 10ish. And then because of that, it fills you up so you're not hungry. And then I will eat something.
Okay.
So between that, let's say I want to snack. What are some of the things I'll snack on, like coconut?
Okay, snacking.
You know, sometimes coconut,
the raw or the fresh or the dried or
the fresh ones, the fresh coconut if you could get it.
Okay.
That is also good.
You drink the juice. You drink the juice and eat the flesh, right?
We eat the fresh and because once it's in the coconut, that one don't have added sugars.
Okay.
You could have that and eat that one.
Okay.
Nuts are always a go-to for snack. Avocados are always a go-to.
So
I'm not a big snacker.
What kind of nuts do you really enjoy?
For me, I personally love almonds.
Okay.
Walnuts, I know is great, but it's hard to kind of just snack on them if it's raw. So what I do is when I get my walnut, I will put a little bit of coconut aminos and coconut flour and put it in the oven for about, let's say, 15, 20 minutes, just for it to soak it up. To give it a little bit flavor. Because, walnuts is hard to eat raw on its own. Or sometimes walnuts also goes well with a salad.
Okay.
And then macadamia nuts, pistachios too are good ones.
Okay.
I know people love the mistral that comes with, but those ones, cashews, peanuts, sometimes I'm not able to handle that well. Most people don't have issues with that too. But you might not know unless you stop eating it.
Okay. Wow, three meals a day if you plan to eat them. Okay, so what about those people who eat once a day? Is it recommendable or is it okay? Sometimes you hear people say, I eat only once a day. Is that okay?
The only thing is eating once a day is, the body loves variety.
Variety, good.
So people could be eating once a day, but they will still be overweight.
Okay.
That is the problem. Okay. Why? Because they sit down all day and they will eat a big meal later in the day, which is not the best way to do it. So if you eat once a day, fine. But I would say vary it.
Okay.
If let's say you're doing intermittent fasting, most of the time, what about you eating around, let's say 3 p.m.-ish and don't eat too late? So once a day could be a lifestyle, but once in a while, break it. Okay. And just eat maybe 2 or 3 times a day. Just so that, because when you eat once a day, most of the time you're not able to get all the nutrients that your body needs in one meal, because your stomach will handle so much. At one time. Okay. So you don't want to keep it like that is how I do it all the time. Those kind of people most of the time like a couple vitamins and minerals here and there. So it's good to do that. If it's convenient for you, let's say because of your work, you want to do it during the week. On the weekend, give yourself a break and make sure you eat 3 meals or 2 meals. Yeah, I think always mess it up.
Let's go ahead. Okay. I think you said something very profound. The body needs a lot of variety.
Yeah.
So that means we have to incorporate a lot of nutrients into the food when we are eating. It shouldn't be just one way.
That's it.
So what are some of the ways we can incorporate them? What types of food does especially when it comes to women? Women are so different from men, and our eating is also different, and men's eating is also different. So what are some of the things you really want to recommend for women, especially when it comes to our health? What are some of the good things women should always be eating when it comes to good health and other things?
Okay. I know most of the time they will say eat more fruits and vegetable. And once people hear that, all they hear is fruit. They don't hear the vegetable part.
Yeah.
There's a fruit is healthy. Fruit is healthy. Of course, fruit is healthy because it's in the natural form.
Okay.
However, we all know that if you sit down to eat fruit, you cannot sit down and eat a whole bowl of apples. Like let's say 5 of them. You can't.
Exactly.
So what we say is that they say eat fruit and vegetable, but what they are trying to say is that eat more vegetables than fruit. So during the day, as a woman, you want to make sure that every food that you're eating, especially when you are perimenopause, premenopause, those stages you have a lot of issues with your period. Some people have heavy period. Some people have, like a lot of, and one time at church I brought it up. It was like bulb went off. Everybody standing around was like, oh my God, I'm heavy. A lot of women are experiencing heavy periods. Good. Especially around perimenopause. Those of us that are in our early 40s, mid 40s, hitting menopause. The menopause is not here yet. We're trying to get there. For some reason, because of the hormonal imbalance, people have a lot of heavy periods.
Okay.
And in that time, one of the ways to help reset your hormones, intermittent fasting is great.
Okay.
And then make sure that you're eating more greens. That is why I love green smoothie. Because some people cannot handle salad. I know we are all from Ghana. It's hard. Yeah. Doing salad. Oh my God. The Salome me are punching my rimura. I say try a smoothie. Blend it up. It's easier to drink it.
Yeah.
Salome, I don't like it. Your taste buds gets used to it. Yes. I'm telling you, you start within 72 hours, your taste bud if you start to eat healthy and your body gets used to it, your body calls for that. That's it.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, your the gut bacteria will change and they will be asking you what to eat. Okay. So please bring more greens in, women. Why? Because you want your liver to be able to detox.
Detoxification. Another big word that needs to be considered. Detoxification. That is true.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a lot of greens on board, all the minerals and the vitamins that the liver needs to clean itself up, the liver doesn't get it. Okay. Cruciferous vegetables. We talk about the broccoli, the cauliflower, all those vegetables, cabbage. I know a lot of people love cabbage. They are all great and they help with a detox.
Okay.
The liver. So you want to bring some of those on board.
Okay.
Eat a lot of fish.
Okay.
Because we get our omega-3s from that. So
which type of fish do you think is
most of the time salmon is good. I love salmon. And if you get it a wild caught, here you could get a wild caught in the market.
Yeah.
Don't go for the big chunk one, the farm raised. Sometimes they have antibiotic stuff in there.
The farm raised tastes better and tastes good. They don't want to eat it.
Because of everything else that is in there. It's not just the fish. It's big and it's puffed up and it tastes good, but no. You want to go for the wild caught. That was the fish that lived in their natural habitat. We want to eat those. When you get it, I would eat pogies and stuff. We have a lot of fish in the market. You go there, get the wild caught at all costs if it's possible. Okay. You want to eat those. Sardines are good.
Okay.
Also, you want to bring in, if you want to eat meat.
Okay.
Or and then chicken. For meat, if you get grass-fed, grass-finished is the best option.
Okay.
If you don't get it, most of the time, then the organic kind, hopefully they gave them some grain. But at least they say they ate a lot of grass. If you get those are the best. If you're getting your chickens, if you don't get pasture raised where they were walking outside, you get the organic. Hopefully that. But what you have to realize is that if you get the organic, all that it means is that they ate organic foods. So it could be that they ate organic grains.
Okay.
So when you eat them, you have to have it at the back of your mind that there is grains in this chicken too. It's not just the chicken.
Okay.
That we are eating. So women, studies keep showing that we need a little bit more protein as we age because our body tend more, the muscle tend more into fat. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. So what will you tell people who, okay, you said women, we need proteins. People like to eat fish, meat, chicken, and other things. So what would you tell people? Is it good to recommend people eating fish throughout the whole week? Or how should they eat the fish or the meat? Is it good to eat 7 days eating fish, meat? Is that acceptable? Is it okay? Is it good for the body? So far as women are concerned, yeah, we want to find out.
So what happens is when you eat a lot of meat, like the meat, either goat meat or red beef or those meat, because of the way that the body digests these kind of foods, it tends to be more nitrogen, and the urea also goes up. So it puts a lot of stress on the liver. So those kind of foods, because of its acidic nature, you want to make sure that once you eat them a couple of times during the week. Variety, I know we talk about that.
Okay.
So most of the time you try to mix it up.
Okay.
Maybe 1, 2, 3 times and bring some fish in, some eggs in, some nuts in.
Okay.
Some of us eat a lot of meat.
And that's okay. A lot of meat. That is the problem. So how much meat is recommended? How much meat is good? Because some people, when you see some people, they are fufu and the chicken and the fish on the fufu, you just ask yourself, is it for one person or for 2 people or for 10 people?
That's it.
So,
and the sad part is all these meat most of the time, because we get so much of it, it's not coming from the good source. If it's the good source, it's quite expensive. You cannot eat, you cannot get that much of the food. So you have to make sure that, because the problem is if you're getting the regular meat from the supermarket, these cows are fed hormones, antibiotic. So we end up eating it because it's in the meat. And then we gain the weight. So if you're going for the organic kind of stuff, anytime that you're eating meat, you want to make sure you have vegetable with it.
Veggies with your meat. Good job.
Veggies with it.
Good.
Veggies with it. Yeah.
Good job. Veggies with your meat.
And then based on your weight.
Okay.
They might say, depending on your weight and your activity, if you're pregnant, of course, you need a little bit more than somebody who is not pregnant and all that stuff. So when it comes to the meat, I would say, listen to your body and see.
Okay. And I believe after eating, you don't sit down, go and exercise. Go and walk it off. Don't just eat and go sleep or take it easy. Because you need to exercise the body, work out the body so that the body can really burn and then really help to lose the weight, or maybe help the body to thrive or something. And then I think you said something also about women need to eat a lot of grains. So if you cannot eat your greens fresh, is there any other way you can eat the greens if you cannot take it fresh? People don't like fresh salad. They are punching. So what is the other way that they can also incorporate the greens into their diet without taking it fresh?
So I would say try it smoothies.
Smoothies, okay.
Smoothies is one option.
Okay.
To do it. I know most of people are able to eat the spinach when they blend it and they put oil on it with their plantains. So that is a good option. You could eat that a couple of times during the week.
Okay.
Because it's a way of you getting some of the greens into your system.
Into your diet, okay.
And then I would say, if you're doing that, don't just focus on spinach. You could get some collard greens.
Okay.
You could get that water lilies. There's so many different kind of greens that you could pick at the store. Okay. Some of them take a little while to cook. Like collard greens takes a long time to cook it to get tender.
Okay.
You cook that and cook your spinach with it and do that so that you have a variety in there.
Okay.
And juicing. If you cannot have smoothie, you could juice. These days I see a lot of like juice places. in town. You could get some fresh organic juice that they do. You could try that and see. But I'm saying that in the beginning, it'll be hard. Why? Because the gut in your bacteria in the gut are used to, your bread, your muffins and stuff. So they love those.
They
So
love
when
it.
you want to eat healthy, they will protest.
Because they feed on the junk, right? So they also
love
happy when you eat the junk food. They like it.
Yes.
And
And you're starving off the good ones. So once you're switching, now the good ones are happy, but the bad ones are getting deeper
fighting with you.
But within 3 to 5 days, you will see that you don't even crave for that food anymore. And your body, once your taste bud gets used to it, like right now, if I haven't eaten greens, then in my mind it keeps saying, "Oh, you haven't eaten any greens today. You haven't eaten any greens today because you eat it."
You eat it.
So they are telling you have to eat something for them because they are waiting to be fed.
Okay. Wow, that is great information, and I believe we are all learning so much, which is very good for our health. We need to hear more and hear more every day. We need to be encouraged every day because I know a lot of people are struggling out there. It is not easy, especially switching from your old way of eating to a new way of eating. It takes what? It takes time. It takes determination. It takes sacrifice. And it takes a lot of knowledge to understand all these things. So I know it's not very easy. So what will you tell people who are struggling to eat healthy? What advice will you give them? What will you tell them? People who are struggling to eat it. Maybe some people will start, they'll start again. It's like go back and forth, what will you tell them? Or what is your encouragement for them?
What I always say is that right now that you're healthy, or you have not been diagnosed with anything, this is a place that you want to start. Baby steps. I'm not saying that go and kind of reshuffle your whole kitchen, go get a whole bunch of vegetables that you cannot eat. No. Always, smoothies are a good place to start.
Yeah.
You make it a point that every morning you have a green smoothie.
Green smoothie.
I'm not talking about a fruit smoothie. Green smoothie.
Green smoothie. Okay.
Start from there.
Can you explain it? You see, people just when you tell them green smoothie, it's like, what is green smoothie? Wow.
So what we're saying here is
just smoothie, green smoothie. What do I use for the green smoothie? What do I mix with it? How do I get it done? So we just want to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
If people are interested, I will say this, but people could also check out my channel. There's a lot of food that I've cooked there, how to do it.
Okay, I think at the end of the show, we'll ask you to how they can contact you, your social media information, where they can find you. At the end, I think we'll let you put everything on so that people can also contact you and then know what you do out there so that they can also get to your program as well.
Yeah. So with that said, when it comes to the smoothies, if I say green, I mean that you use like lettuce.
Yes.
Yes, Salome, I blend lettuce and drink. Yes. You'll be surprised it tastes fine.
So just the lettuce, nothing else.
I'm going to say all the other ingredients that you could put in.
Yeah.
So I see that people are making faces already. That's why I'm saying that.
I know.
Because they're like, oh, really? Lettuce? Yes. You could go for just the lettuce, or you could buy spring mix, which have a mixture of different kinds of greens in there.
Different greens.
Like, we have lettuce, spinach, kale, have some arugula in there. You have so many things that you could have in there.
Yeah.
The spring mix. So normally I would love that. But if you're starting out, I would say start with lettuce.
Okay.
A cup of lettuce. Do 2 pieces of date, the fruit.
Okay.
Add that. Some ginger. How much ginger? I know we are talking to mostly people from our background. If you love ginger, take more. If you don't love it, just take a little bit.
As much as you want, right?
As much as you want.
Okay.
The only thing I realize is that if you take too much, it might be a little bit bitter.
Bitter.
Yes. Okay. Take enough so that it will be spicy enough. If that alone will let you drink it, go for that.
Okay.
And then once you get the ginger, then a little bit of avocado. To give it the creaminess.
Yes.
If you don't like avocado, you could also use flax seeds.
Okay.
2 tablespoons would also give that the creaminess.
See, okay.
You know, that is, you want the smoothie texture.
Yeah.
So those spoons will give that texture to it.
Okay.
Squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in there.
Good.
And then a cup of either water, unsweetened coconut milk or almond milk.
Okay.
You could use that to do it. And give it a try and see.
Wow.
Cauliflower. You could always do cauliflower rice.
Wow.
If you don't know how to do your own rice, it's just simple. Get cauliflower and use the grater. Like you said, the wood chibanche moreno. Just
grate it. You grate it. Or you can even chop it, right, with your knife.
Chop it up.
Chop it into a lot of pieces.
Yes. The only thing is that you see, if you're starting out to eat vegetables and they are a little bigger, it's hard to eat. But if it's smaller, it's easier. So do chop it up. Do half and half. If you're doing a rice, 1 cup of cauliflower, 1 cup of rice. If you want to eat 3 cups of rice, I will do 2 cups of cauliflower, 1 cup of rice. Add it together. The cauliflower you could stir fry it or even put in the microwave for 2 minutes and it's cooked. Add your white rice to it and put your stew on it. It will look rice to you, but you're actually eating some vegetable in there. Wow. So these are baby steps that I say people could start.
Baby steps.
Don't make it too huge so that it will be like it will burden you.
Yeah.
Once you do that little baby step, you realize that it gets easier.
Okay.
As you go along, and then the next time, focus on taking sugar out.
Okay.
Focus on taking flour out. Okay. And then 1 thing at a time, and before you know it, everything is clean. If you want, also start from sugar. No more juice in the house. If you go to the supermarket, no juice. I know the kids are home for the summer. Yes, they are. But they could drink water. My children, a lot of women, one time I had a program, was it in North Carolina? And they said, one lady said a friend of hers, her children, they are 6 years old, they've not drank water before.
My goodness.
Ghanaian children. Everything they drink, they do with juice. And I was like, sometimes I know we grew up not getting advantage to most of these things, but you're not doing your child any favor. By giving them juice all the time. The child will be overweight. These days, they are diagnosing children as little as 3-year-olds type 2 diabetes.
And that is so serious and that's so sad. So sometimes I ask myself, what on this earth? What is going on?
That's it. So as a mom, you giving your children juice, you're not doing them any favor. It's not because we live in the US, so we have to drink. The child is eating rice, which is already sugar, and you give them juice with the sugar. Think about it. You
plus candy and cookies and all these things.
That's it. We're just promoting weight gain in the kids, and you're not helping the child. Oh, my child don't like water. If there is no juice in the water and they're thirsty, they don't have an option. They don't. They don't. Because we buy them. When we go to programs and they get it, my children, when we go to programs, you should see them fighting over the soda. And everybody was saying, "Oh, Auntie Salome, can they drink a little bit? Please give them the." I said, "Yeah, they could."
So once you're out of the house, you can take a little break.
A little bit of a break, but then they run for it and they want it. But after that, we might not even go to program for 2 weeks, and they don't have any option to it. They just drink water, and they know they drink water. When they go to school, they take water with them.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Very good.
So once you do that, that alone will help the children to lose weight, because you cannot restrict so much on the things that the kids eat. But at least don't add any sodas and juices. Even orange juice. Salome is bad, yes. It's high fructose corn syrup. So no orange juice. Breakfast, no. We don't give them orange juice.
I think even with the orange juice, you can make your own orange juice at home.
Yeah.
There is no harm in making your own juice at home for the and even I think it's fun. Yeah. Bring the children together, get the juice with them, and it's like you're having fun together. At the same time, they are learning, they are playing, and it's so fun. So if you want juice, I also encourage you, do your own juice at home, and that is much better. That is much better. I think one woman said with her children, because children, whatever you do to them, they want to take some. So what she does for her children when they were young was from Monday through Friday, It's and no junk food in the house, no juice, no nothing in the house. But for Friday and when Saturday, Sunday, that's when she will allow you to drink your soda, your juice, or whatever. But the Saturday and the Sunday, she doesn't care. You can drink whatever you want to drink, just to satisfy your taste bud or whatever. Yeah. And once it is Monday, we start again. And it really helped the children. Yeah. And so when it's Saturday is coming, they always look up to for that
their juice. That's
so
a good one.
She also dealt with her children in the house, and she will make sure no matter what, you are not drinking nothing apart from water or maybe tea in the house from Monday through Friday. That's what you drink, and water, you take your water to school. But the weekends, it's what? Freedom for them to enjoy a little bit, because children need some of these little things, and it really helps their children. So I think as mothers or parents, we have to dictate to the children what they need to eat and not what the children. Yeah. And so it all comes to when you the mother, when you have more knowledge about healthy eating, it's when you be able to help the children and help your family. But if you don't have any knowledge about them, how do you teach? So I think mothers or parents should really learn the concept of eating healthy and cooking healthy, so that their children will also learn all these concepts. Thank you very much. And you said something which I really want to repeat. You don't want to wait until you are sick or diagnosed with anything before you start eating right. But this is the time. As you are listening to this program today on the YouTube, on Facebook, you don't want to wait. You want to start now. And it's so easy and it's so good to start now, until you go to the doctors and they tell you you need to do this, you have this, and then you begin to struggle. So yeah. I think what you said was very profound, and I think it's good to our audience. We want to encourage them to start now. So before it, I think we've spoken a lot enough. And what is your final advice you want to give to our people for the day who are listening today? What advice will you give to our audience for the day before we end up this program?
Okay, so lately I've been doing a lot of research on vitamin D. Okay. And I've realized that a lot of diseases are connected to vitamin D3. So most of the time, vitamin D3.
Okay.
So vitamin D. And most of us that live here in the US or in Canada, or even if you live in Ghana but you work indoor, most of us are deficient in D. And it has been linked to a whole host of diseases. Even type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes in children, ADHD, high blood pressure, arthritis, cardiac issues, Alzheimer's. The list go on and on and on. And what I've realized is that most people of color, we are low in D. Because you see, when the sun shines on your unprotected skin, a Caucasian person, when they sit in the sun for 20 minutes and their skin is unprotected, they could make about 20,000 units of D.
Wow.
When we sit in the sun with our skin color, we need about 6 times of that to make it. So we have to sit in the sun for 2 hours to make the same amount of vitamin D.
That is not fair to us. But that is nature, right?
Mrs. Ofori, you are lighter. But look at somebody like me. Probably I need 10 hours.
Wow, this is interesting. Wow.
So these days I've been really looking at that. So what I say is that if you're listening to us, you live in the US, you're not taking vitamin D supplement. You want to start taking it. And then talk to your doctor. There is lab work. They could check your levels. One time I was speaking to a friend about this, and he said, oh, I spoke to my doctor. He said, anytime I check any person of color, they are low. So I stopped checking. I said, what?
Wow.
And I was like, did you process what he said? They are low. So he stopped checking. That is the more reason why he needs to check, because we are low. Because it's linked to so many things. Some doctors, they don't believe it. You go say this, don't forget it. Most people are tired in the morning. They have brain fog and all these things. And it's because of low vitamin D. There is nothing wrong with you. So once you start to replenish, you're going to see that the fatigue and all the tiredness kind of fades off.
Okay.
And then talk to your doctor, get a lab checked.
Okay.
See where you are. When they check it, the range is between a 30 and 100. That is the normal range. You see, it's so wide.
Okay.
30 to 100. So
Okay.
even if you're 35, your doctor is going to say you're good. But you want to be above 50.
50. Okay.
Because that is when the repair work and everything goes on.
Okay. All right.
Including children, especially when your child was breastfed. And I know most women listening to us will remember, if you breastfed your children, when we were breastfeeding, they made us give them vitamin D drops.
Yeah.
But then why is it that now that they're a little bit older, nobody talk about it anymore?
Okay.
Because they say that the breast milk don't have vitamin D.
Okay.
So the idea is that once they start to drink regular milk, they'll get vitamin D from the milk. But how many African kids drink the milk? Most of our children cannot handle it because of the lactose.
Yeah, cannot.
So because of that, and most of us, we don't eat a lot of the cheeses. We can't handle it.
Okay.
So because of that, we're not getting enough of the D. So you really, really want to get some vitamin D. It helps in prostate health.
Okay.
The research is out there, a lot of information to back it up. So please, that would be my last advice. If you're listening to us this afternoon and you're really tired most of the time, get some vitamin D. Salome, how much should I take? Start with 5,000 units.
5,000.
Talk to your doctor and get your levels checked. There's prescription forms. If you need so much, your doctor will give you more.
Okay. Wow. And what are the other ways we can also get vitamin D into our system apart from taking the vitamin? Can we also get it from other plants or food or any other thing so that we can incorporate them more into our diets?
So more of the fish.
Okay.
Fish also, yes, have vitamin D's in them. But the only thing is that, when we eat, we are not able to absorb every single
nutrient. Okay.
That is when the supplementation becomes necessary. Because if you're talking to us and you have arthritis, back pain and all that, and it's so bad, definitely you need some vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Wow.
D3.
Wow. D3. Yeah, the vitamin D3.
Because there is two kinds. They have the D2 and the D3.
So the D3 is the most crucial one that we need, especially we people of color.
People of color. Because in nursing school, I know most nurses and doctors, if they come across this, they will say, every disease they talk about, they will say that people of color are at risk.
Yeah, that
more than everybody else. Every disease. Sometimes you sit in the class, you're like, oh my God, can there be a single one that we are not? Maybe I would say maybe skin cancer. Even that, when we get it, it's so bad. Every cancer, when a person of color get it, they die faster than a Caucasian because vitamin D deficiency is one of them. One of the main driving force.
Wow. Thank you very much for letting us know. Knowledge is very important. It's good to know and understand all these things because for lack of knowledge, the Bible says, my people, they perish. So I think it's so very good and important today. I have learned so many things and I'm always writing, putting down a note. And I know every day when I sit behind this thing, I learn so much for myself. And so I believe people have also learned a lot today. And I know our time is almost gone. So we want to go to the comment section and see what is there so that if there is any question there, we can throw it to you. So we want to, we have our Mother Doreen on. God bless you. Thank you very much, Madam Doreen, for coming. God, Rachel, bless you. I know she's one of our nurses over there. And so I know she's taking so much information and she's going to be a blessing to the people out there. Thank you very much, Mother Doreen, for coming. Okay. So we want to go to the next. I'm going to go to, so, we have, let's see. All right. Okay. I think, the people, the others people, we don't have any more comments here. But what we want to do is I want you to give us your contact information, your social media information, so that when people need to get in touch with you, they can connect with you.
Yeah, so every social media handle you find me there as Ezra Wellness.
Oh, Ezra.
Yes. Because as Prophet Ezra, we are learning, we are practicing, and we are educating our community. So Ezra Wellness, you find me everywhere.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then also EzraWellness.com. It's my website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
then follow me on YouTube. There's a lot of, I've kind of make a lot of recipes there, simple ones. That you
Okay.
could do quick videos on how to make. Sometimes we talk about stir fry. These things are not the way we eat.
Yes,
so it's hard for people to kind of picture it.
To really know what it's true, because a lot of people will ask you, how do I cook this food? How do I do this? What do I need to do? And so it's good when you have the resources over there for people to go in. It's very helpful for people to learn and also to practice them at home. So I want to thank you very much. We thank our viewers today, people from Ghana. We thank you very much. We have some people from Canada. We thank you very much for watching. We thank our children. Kwame is here. Joa is here. We thank you very much today. We have learned so much, and I know I am blessed. You are also blessed. Thank you, our nurse, our mother, our friend, and we know we'll get you back again for another time. It's been a blessing. It's been a pleasure being with you today. Thank you very much. And I know we'll see you again. So to all our viewers for today, God bless you and have a good weekend. And we'll see you again next week, Wednesday. And God willing, our mother will come again another time. So God bless you. Thank you one more time for coming. God bless you. Ezra Wellness.
Yeah.
Check you out there and see more recipes and all so many things over there. Thank you very much for availing yourself. God richly bless you and continue to be a blessing to your community where they are. God richly bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.